mind, or unmanned, follow lines on my hands, taste it up, touch the skies, swam the pool.
Hello everyone, today I'll be doing something a little different and exciting. I'll be giving you a creative breakdown of my latest single, Wanderer. So first of all, I made a trip to Morocco, the city of Meknes, about a year ago. And I was there for about a month. And the purpose of the visit was essentially to create content for my upcoming album, 2019 album. I booked a suite for about 3 weeks and I was surrounded by exceptional poets, musicians, artists. And what we did was make music for about 3 weeks, day and night. Upon my return, I had about 7 songs. And I knew that wasn't enough. So I called my songwriter, my co-writer in England, Mr. Will Knox, and I invited him and we basically booked a suite and made music for 10 days. He said that the smartest thing to do, in his opinion, was to kind of put aside this album, which is a very kind of mystical, spiritual album with a lot of traditional elements incorporated, and focus on a new album which is English, full English. And that's what we did. And that's the whole idea behind my new EP album, Sami, of which Wanderer is also part of. So let's go to the demo, the initial demo of Wanderer. I worked on this for about an hour or two, what you're gonna hear now, and it was just a rough, I had something in my head like, bee-ba-bum, 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 dee-ba-bum, doo-doo-doo, 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 bee-ba-bum. I had this kind of thing in mind. And this was the chord structure, just the kind of basic structure of the song. Right? And then when I played this for Will, he said, well, we could use this. Because I felt the melody was strong and that we could do something with this for the Sami album. So we changed it. And while producing it, I came up with this synth progression, which I feel is the essential element, that defines the production of the song. It's E major, G sharp minor, and then to B7. And then from there, we came up with this beat. That's the verse. As soon as the synth started to play, everyone's head started to move like that. And I knew we had something. So I felt the chorus needed to shine. So I incorporated a filter effect in the second half of the verse to essentially let the chorus shine. And then go to the chorus. The synth is everything, The synth is really important, this element. Back to the verse. Once I got that structure, that basic structure, the synth, it was very easy to kind of layer things on top. I would say after the synth, the most important element for me are the backing vocals and harmonies. You can create backing vocals easily these days through software, plugins. Some people use Melodyne. You can actually take your main vocal and create harmonies. I'm old-fashioned in that sense. I do my own backing vocals and like 4-part harmony. And for each line, I do 7, 8 tracks, maybe more. So I'm going to play for you now the backing vocals. There are many backing vocal parts. I've got backing vocals for oohs, for like the melodic sections, the chorus, and of course the outro, which I'll go through one by one. This is the ooh section in the second part of the verse and leading into the chorus. It's a bit low. It's in a filter. It's opening out. Chorus. Without the synth. So aside from vocals, I haven't really incorporated any live element. Most of the instruments are virtual instruments. I've played them on the synthesizer, but nothing is really live. We don't have a live string, or anything like that, just because the song didn't need it. I'm going to go to the outro, because the outro is quite interesting. There's a lot of things happening. The outro.
There's a fire calling me,
Harmony 1 kicks in.
burning me,
Line 2.
leading me
The main vocal.
into ecstasy.
3-part harmony and the main vocal.
There's a fire calling me, burning me, leading me into
So you've got 4-part harmony here.
There's a fire worshiping me.
And then you have that bit. You can call me worshipper. You can call me follower. Which is very, very important for me because it kind of lyrically and from a purely songwriting point of view keeps it together. It's because the outro almost feels like a different song, but that section kind of keeps it together. It's like a thread. You feel like you're listening to the same song. Okay, this is Wanderer. So I want to play all the different harmonies here because I know that a lot of you would like to know, how I do my harmonies, my backing vocals. I'm going to play them first without my main vocal and then with the main vocal because it'll make more harmonic sense.
Burning me, leading me into ecstasy. There's a fire calling me, burning me, leading me into
With the oohs.
ecstasy. There's a fire. You can call me worshiping me, you can call me following me, but I'm just a wanderer in search of my love.
Now with my main vocal.
You are calling me, a kind of burning me, but I'm just a wanderer in search of my love. There's a fire calling me, you can call me following me, but I'm just a wanderer.
This one is quite interesting.
There's a fire calling me, burning me, leading me.
There's one. And it's different each time. It's not a loop. Halfway through the outro, we introduce this new element, which goes like round, 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 round. I don't know why I had this in my mind. I had this in my head because somehow I'm reminded of these whirling dervishes, who are spinning. You know how they get in that state of ecstasy, kind of divine ecstasy? That's what I had in mind.
Round, 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 round. The wanderer in search of my love. There's a fire foolish.
It's kind of like an ecstasy, a divine, ecstatic moment.
In search of my love.
Basically, the philosophy of the song, the idea behind the song, the chords are quite simple. The structure is very minimalistic and very simple. But what I'm trying to reinforce is a feeling. That is the objective. And that feeling is one of ecstasy, of divine ecstasy. Ecstasy is a very tricky word. Some people think it's a drug. I mean, that's the first thing people think of. But ecstasy is actually a state that one can get into without the use of drugs. So this song is talking about divine ecstasy that can be achieved through, an intense kind of moment that one experiences, a spiritual experience, very difficult to define and put into words. But this was my goal. That's why the ending of the song is kind of growing and growing and growing until it reaches this climax of bliss. And of course that breath is very interesting, because the breath, for me at least, it represents spiritual longing and oneness, if I could use that word. So there you have it. That's the breakdown of Wanderer. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the single. Thanks for watching.
The kind of burning